Hello everyone, and welcome to Crochet Re-Do Part 2. It's Sunday, and time to start my second Crochet Re-Do project, which is the diamond mesh cardigan that I originally made in this very pretty teal color with ribbing that initially I thought would work, and it probably would have had I not ran out of yarn and had to find a yarn that matched that just didn't quite match, and it disrupted the flow of the color change, and it's okay, but I could do better. So I wanted to redo that one, but I wanted to redo it in a solid color. I don't have any just basic solid color cardigans that I've made. Well, that's a lie. I have a green one. I have a sage green granny square one that I wear quite often, but I think that is the only one. Everything else is made with either color changing yarn or like patchwork or granny squares where it's multicolored. And anyway, I wanted to do this one again in a solid color. I had the yarn picked out and everything. I was going to do black, and then this morning at the last minute when I was ready to get started, I've changed my mind and I've decided to do this pale gray. I think the diamond pattern will actually show up a little bit better in this lighter color than it would in black. Enough rambling. Gonna have to get as much done as I can today, it being Sunday. Work as I can after work during the week. I do have a special occasion this week. My last born child is graduating high school this week, so that's exciting. So busy week, lots to do. Hopefully this will work up pretty quickly and I can get it done in the week time frame that I have given myself. Otherwise, I'll be pretty much doing the same thing I did last week, which was spending most of my Saturday trying to finish it. Anyway, that's the challenge for this video. I'm going to stop talking and we'll just jump right in and get started. Hello, good morning. It is day 5 in this Crochet Redo Part 2 challenge. I have made some really good progress. It is Thursday, so I have 2 more days to finish this project. I have taken the day off for work today because My last-born baby son is graduating high school today. And I am both very happy and very emotional. I don't want to say sad because I'm not sad. I'm just very emotional that this part of my parenting journey is actually coming to an end, because both of my boys will now be officially graduated from high school and starting the rest of their lives. So I'm not going to go too much into that because I might shed a few tears. Anyway, my progress so far. Again, I've made some pretty good progress. The entire back panel done. I've split 4 front panel. This is one side, but I've completed the sleeve on this side, and I am about halfway done with one front panel. Now, the thing that we all dread, all of us that work with yarn, whether it be crochet, knits, making projects, the thing happened. And that thing is texture and color difference between each yarn lot. The second skein that I used, the color difference was slightly noticeable, and I really couldn't pick it up on camera, but looking at it, there is a slight color difference where the color of the second skein of yarn that I started is very slightly lighter, but where the biggest difference came in was the texture. It was softer and a lot more flexible than the first skein, and then we switched back to like the original color and texture with the third skein that I started with. So it is in the back. I'm hoping I don't have this switch up with the rest of the skeins as I'm completing my project, and also I'm hoping that when I wash it, it doesn't make it even more noticeable. We'll see. I've definitely been working, making significant progress, because I knew this week was going to be a busy week, and I do want to meet my timeline of having this done within 7 days. So I have today. We'll see, with all that's going on, how much I'll be able to get done today, and then tomorrow, and then Saturday. I hope it's going to be a long day, but a joyful day. So let's see what I can get done. It's Friday. Happy Friday. I think I've made it. I am probably maybe more than 90% done. See? All I have left to do is the sleeve cuffs and the front ribbing around, and then I'll be done. So I'm going to try to go ahead and knock that out today so that I can go ahead and wash it and be able to show you guys the final product. Maybe even get a head start on next week's Crochet Redo project. So let's jump right in today and go ahead and get this cardigan finished. and I made it. So I did manage to complete project number 2 of this crochet redo yesterday. As you can see, I do have her on, but I washed her. I threw her in the dryer with some dryer sheets, and the yarn has softened up quite a bit. It was a little bit stiff at first, but now she is much more comfortable now that I washed and tumbled her dry. The difference in the dye lot of the yarn that I worked up the back is slightly more noticeable now that I've washed her, but not noticeable enough for it to be jarring or anything. I love it. I did, of course, as most of us do, make some slight changes. I did shorten the ribbing around the neck. It's not as wide as the other one. And then I also added buttons. So week 2 done, still on track. Haven't missed the deadline yet. Now I know yesterday I said that, you know, if I finished early, that would give me a head start on project number 3 for part 3 of this video series, but I think I just want to take a mental break today. That is it for part 2 of this crochet redo. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in part 3.